So hello friends, welcome to Cosmo News episode 2 by Wandering Science. Today we are going to discuss about 5 major space news from this month entries. So without further delay, let's start the show. News number 1. The 20-hour countdown for launch of Chandrayaan-2 mission has started. It is India's most ambitious space mission yet, which aims to place a robotic rover on the moon. This mission began on this morning, that is Sunday, today at 6:51 am. The moon mission will be launched on Monday at 2:51 am from India's only spaceport at Sriharikota, that is the Satish Dhawan Space Research Center. ISRO will use its most powerful rocket launcher, that is GSLV Mark III, to carry the 3.8 tons of Chandrayaan-2 into the orbit. The entire mission has a life of 1 year. So here are some highlights of the Chandrayaan-2 mission. So it says that it will ultimately head close to the south pole of the moon for soft landing after spending nearly 2 months on a long 3.84 lakh kilometer journey. All of the Chandrayaan-2's orbiter, lander and rover have been designed and made in India, and the GSLV Mark III rocket is of 640 tons and is also known as the Bahubali, as it is high as a 15-story building and will lift the 3.8 ton satellite on its journey to moon. Total cost of this mission is roughly 1000 crores and it will carry 1.4 tons lander Vikram, which will in turn carry the 27 kg rover Pragyan to a high plane between the two craters on the lunar south pole. If India succeeds, it will be the 4th country to soft land a spacecraft on the lunar surface after USA, Russia and China. News number 2. Russia launches Spectre RG, a new X-ray observatory, into space. The Spectre RG mission, which is formerly known as Spectrum Rongentan Gamma mission, is a joint project between Russian space agency, that is Roscosmos, and the German space agency DLR. Spectre RG will next navigate to a stable orbit in space called a Lagrange point, where gravity forces of two large objects balances each other. This location will allow Spectre RG to perform its observation while using minimum amount of fuel. The spacecraft is expected to detect 1 lakh galaxy cluster, 3 million supermassive black holes, 10,000 of star-forming galaxies, the presence of plasma, and many more types of objects, according to Roscosmos. The third news for today is that the scientists has discovered quasi-particles which could finally unmask dark matter. In a recent article published in preprint online journal ARXIV, physicists details a proposed experimental setup that could spot a dark matter particle in the act of changing the spin of electron to be detected even if suspect particle is very light. It can be done by creating so-called magnon in this material. The magnon are the quasi-particles which are like teeny cute magnets. News number 4. China is set to carry out controlled deorbiting of Tiangong-2 space lab. Tiangong-2 shortly after raised from the lower orbit of 292 by 297 km altitude back to its standard mission orbit and is currently in 378 by 387 km orbit. When it deorbits, Tiangong-2 will use its own propulsion system to re-enter the Earth's atmosphere, likely over the South Pacific Ocean uninhabited area, and will mostly burn up in the process. The spacecraft had successfully completed its engineering and science objectives in 2017 following refueling tests with the Tianzhou-1 cargo aircraft. News number 5. SpaceX preparing for first Starship flight test. Elon Musk said on Twitter that the upcoming test will go about 20 meters up and sideways before landing. The company plans over time to expand the flight envelope using the vehicle and another prototype Mk1 Starship, which hopefully will rise 20 kilometers in a few months, Elon Musk said in his tweet. The upcoming test will be the first free flight of Starhopper, although the vehicle performed several tests in April, including one of its briefly rose slightly off the ground but remained tethered to its launch pad. SpaceX expected to start free flying tests of vehicle in June, but issue in development of the testing of Raptor engine involving an apartment mechanical problem with part of the engine turbo machinery delayed the flights.
If you like this video, hit the like button. If you are new to my channel, hit the subscribe button, as I always bring such videos to you.